Wanna see me finish the cat ride I started 2 episodes ago? Then this video is meant for you. This is Coaster Master, and I'll be seeing you on the other side. Hi friends, this is Coaster Master here. Today, as I promptly said in the intro, I am gonna be finishing that cat ride I started, but I don't want to start the episode with that because, well, I was lazy. I just thought it would be extremely boring to add all the scenery, and I'm just not much of a scenery guy. I mean, sure, I do just about enough to make it look acceptable, but I don't really want to go too over the top like Universal or Disney, or for that matter, even Busch Gardens, or basically every other European park. Because, well, I don't want this to be a Disney park, really. Oh no, I'm not making a Disney park. I mean, imagine a Disney park with a ride like Psychedelia, Top Spin, Cube. What? I'd be crazy if I was making a Disney park. But I don't want this to be a Universal park either because, well, I was never a big fan of Universal, really. I mean, sure, occasionally Universal could make good movies, but their parks were mostly okay. I mean, I haven't been to a great Universal park, and well, I've actually only been to one, so can't say much right there, but that Universal park I went to, it was pretty okay. I mean, the rides were fine, but their operations, I don't know if I went there on a very bad day, but the operations were bad and all the good rides were closed. And it was peak time, so yeah. And I think Universal is known for their dark rides rather than their thrill rides, really. So, yep, not a thrill seeker's place. If anything, I would like to make this Cedar Point, but you know, if you have Planet Coaster, why do you make Cedar Point? You'd make something like a hybrid of, I don't know, Frontier City and Cedar Point. Yeah, best of both worlds. And unlike Professor Hulk, this will actually be a good thing. Hopefully. No, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a nice park. And it has a decent amount of family rides. It has a good family ride to thrill ride ratio. I mean, it has. Oh my god, I just realized. Have I built more family rides than thrill rides? Oh my god, I've built two family coasters next to each other. Then a third one because Trauma is a family coaster. And I'm not counting flat rides here, but I've only built two thrill coasters. You know what? That's actually kind of a better ratio. And I am going to be adding more family and thrill coasters to this park. So yeah, it's not going to be like a proper thrill central like Cedar Point, but it is going to be a nice park that's great for thrill seekers and maybe families as well. You know, something like Silver Dollar City. I think that's pretty much the best example I can take. But of course, not with as much theming because we're in the Arctic. Let's just admit it. You can't do anything here. Okay. And that is literally gonna be. No, what? No, what was I saying? Okay. I'm gonna rephrase this. That is literally the weirdest queue line I've ever seen. Yeah. And I did that only because of the priority pass queue. And now I have to make the snow train look like a snow train. By which I mean I need to make the track look like a snow train's track. God. And it is incredibly boring to do this, but you know what? To make something look cool, you have to spend some time, and plus, I'm more than making up for the time lost making all this train stuff by not adding as much scenery as others would. Because let's face it, scenery is boring to do and it's boring to watch. So it'll be like a two-way bad thing. Yep, I think I said it right. A two-way bad thing. It'll be bad for us in both ways. I'll get bored and you'll get bored just watching me play scenery. And oh yes, if that smoke thingy you're seeing is actually a part of the mist I added. You know, from episode 6, if you remember. That's where I added those mist makers. Is that what you call them? No, mist special effects in one room. Yeah. But over here, I am making a train track and I spent a lot of time doing this. And I'm just thinking that, you know what? I've wasted a lot of time doing this. And yes, I got the train out of the indoor section of the park. Yeah, I've got the train out of the indoor section of the park, but I also get it back into the indoor section. And the roller coaster I'm building in the outdoor section, which is gonna be a part of the next section, by the way. It is not gonna be a part of the fairy tale section because let's face it, I've already thought of building coasters that go in and out of the castle. So yeah, a roller coaster that is in the Arctic doesn't really make sense. Also, I want you to comment on what you think the next section is going to be. Do you think it's going to be a sci-fi section? Do you think it is going to be a... this is a tough one. Do you think it's going to be another section that's themed to a body part? Yeah, I'm just making it up here. But yeah, it's not a sci-fi section either. So yeah, it's all up to you guys. Please comment down below what section do you think is going to be next. By which I mean which section is gonna come in the next, I don't know, at least 4-5 episodes. No, much more than that. I think it's gonna be a good 6-7 episodes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure in 6-7 episodes I'm gonna be starting a new section. Yay! But I want to make this fairy tale section kind of one of the larger sections because, you know, I want it to be large. I want it to be much larger than the brain section. The brain section, as I said, is going to be the smallest section in the park. And I know it's kind of large to be a small section, but hey, in Planet Coaster there are no limits to what you can build. So yeah. Also, I think I made this theme park too large. And I might have to make it smaller because I thought the castle would take up a lot more space than it did. Yeah, and partly, I think that's partly my fault because I'm used to building super compact rides because let's face it, in my country you don't have any non-compact roller coasters or track rides. It's just extremely crammed actually. And every ride is next to another one. So well, that might be a bad thing. Like in Efteling, I haven't been there, but well, I looked at the park map and the rides were, I don't know, they seemed like they were at least 100 feet away from each other, which is way too much. In our country, the furthest a ride is from sorry, what was I saying? No, the furthest a ride is from a ride next to it is, I think, oh my god, it is like 10 feet. Yeah, from 100 feet in Europe, it's 10 feet in India. Brilliant. Okay, now I'm gonna start with the scenery on the track ride. By the way, this one is also gonna be a trackless track ride. And oh, I thought of something weird right here. If anyone gets grossed out pretty quickly, I suggest you to stay away from this because right there, later I am gonna be putting a sword through that dragon thing? Yeah, because making King Arthur pull the sword out of a rock is too cliche. And I know a king would not be able to get a sword out of that thing. I don't want to say it. A king won't be able to get it out. No. You need a certain skill set to remove it. Yeah. That's how I should say it. You need a certain skill set that only a certain few people have. You know, I don't care if they're deserving or if they're not. All I need is a small population to choose from. Yeah, I mean, didn't King Arthur's legend work that way? I don't know. How should I know? I don't know anything about this stuff really. I just care about the roller coasters. And that's pretty much the only reason I have a fairy tale section for some roller coasters and some track rides like this one. Yep. And I don't want to overdo the track rides like Efteling again. So yeah, I want to have good balance of thrill rides to kiddie rides and basically coasters to track rides as well. Because, well, there needs to be a balance. Yeah. Now, behold, I am gonna be adding the sword. Okay. No, I'm gonna be adding the sword in a few seconds, not now. And here I am creating another mousetrap. I really feel like you'll think that I have something against mice. I don't, I truly don't. In fact, I prefer mice to fish. Oh no, no. If you're thinking I eat mice, I don't. I totally don't. No, no. I'm vegetarian. Okay. Yeah, but it does come off like I hate mice. So, just to clarify that I don't hate mice, here you go. And oh my god, I'm totally making a fool of myself here, am I not? By setting these mice on fire. Guarantee from Coaster Master, I do not hate mice. Okay, let's change the subject. Let me add a trigger there. And ooh, these arches look cool, don't they? Ah, I could look at those arches all day. They look so nice. Hmm. Okay, now I'm just gonna cover that because why not? I don't have the adventure pack, so I don't think I could cover it any better than this, really. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with what I have right here. This is gonna take some time, okay? So it's actually gonna take a lot of time. Bear with me here. But don't worry, I'll get done with it sometime in a very long time, but I'll get done with it. That's a promise. Yep, I'll get done with it. It's not a false promise. And there's the sword. Yep. I know it might be a little too cliche to add a sword that goes through a rock because that's King Arthur. And come on, who wants King Arthur land in a theme park? Nah. You need to think outside the box, and that's exactly what I did. Although I might have gone a little too far by adding that. But hey, all I need is a small population that can remove the sword from that thing. Yeah. Oh, and that sword is going right through a mouse. No, I'm talking about the other sword. Yep. I'll add some knights right here. Yeah. Wow, it'll be unbelievable to have a king that can do something like that. Not the knight thing, I mean the sword. Ah, I am a devil. I'm doing such weird stuff. Yeah. Can I blame myself? No. Good. Okay. Now I'll be adding some scenery right here. Some good old scenery. Now, again, I'm not that much of a scenery guy, so I really don't care too much about good scenery. I need to have scenery. Yep. And I think this litter box should be good enough for a place where a prince would not go, but a cat would. I mean, you need tiny spots. So, yeah, cats can go through tiny spots. And finally, I'm taking care of the roof. And I made a mistake of adding lights. Yeah, I had to add area lights, not floodlights. Floodlights are kind of like those spotlight thingies. Oh god, big mistake. After that, I had to edit the whole video. Sorry, no, not the whole video. I had to edit the whole building because those lights were looking awful. Well, that's all I have for you today. This is Coaster Master signing out, and I'll see you next time on Building an Indoor Theme Park Part 9.